Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I got my trusty box cutter here. We're gonna cut some boxes. Nah, we don't need no box cutter to cut boxes. We're strong boys. We're strong. Oh look, we got the cool nutrition facts box from Right Stuff. That's cool. I always like this box. It's a nice, funny one. Alright, that's enough for the comedy humor here, okay? This is a very serious unboxing channel now, okay? We do only the most serious, hardcore unboxings around from now on. Nothing but that. Anyways, let's start off here with some Dragon Ball Super. I love me some Dragon Ball Super. This just came out. And obviously, it's already going to be in my reading log pretty much 2 weeks ago. Because that's when I got this and I couldn't wait to read it. You got some sick action here. Gohan. You got some fancy prisoner boys with some fancy powers. I don't want to spoil too much. Just give you a quick summary of the Moro arc that continues on. Here we have My Hero Academy team up missions. So I'm pretty sure this is just going to be fan servicey missions with these team ups that you wouldn't normally see too often in the story. I don't know too much about it other than that. So hopefully that's all it is. But I'll start to read it as I catch up in team up missions. But it looks like a pretty cool cover design. Pretty regular, you know. Nothing fancy. Bakemonogatari by Oh Great. This is the latest volume. This series keeps on converting more people into the series. So that's pretty cool. If you guys haven't read it yet, I strongly recommend it. I don't know too much of the plot, but I recommend it because everyone says it's great. And therefore, I love Oh Great. That's the author's name, by the way. So that's what I mean. Here's Spy Family number 4. Spy Family, this is when they get the dog. I don't want to spoil the dog's name quite yet. But the dog is a very integral member of the family. The whole volume is pretty much just about the dog. Anyways, if you don't know too much about Spy X Family, it's about a spy named Lloyd who has to make a fake family in order to infiltrate this evil wrongdoer and figure out what he's up to and then take him out for the good of humanity. Next is, a double. So you have the 20th Century Boys, Volume 11. This is the last volume of 20th Century Boys, but not the last volume of the Perfect Editions. There's still 21st Century Boys to come. I'm going to start to pick the series back up again. I stopped it because I knew if I kept reading, I was going to forget all the plots, twists, and turns. So I wanted to read it all in one go. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Here's Saint Young Man Volume 5. This is pretty much just what Jesus and Buddha would do in everyday life and how they would address certain situations. The release by Kodansha here is pretty decent. Nice hardcover book. You know, it's really a good-looking release overall. The art to it also is not bad. And a few color pages as well. You gotta like the color pages. I also like when they put the translation notes at the end of like random chapters and volumes, because if they put it all the way at the end of the book, I like don't even care. But when it's at the end of a chapter, then I can at least kind of understand where it's coming from. Lastly, of this box here, we have Blade of the Immortal, Volume 2, I believe this is going to be. Let me clean up a little bit first. You know, I don't want to sully Blade of the Immortal here. Yep, Volume 2. Blade of the Immortal is being released in a hardcover edition by Dark Horse. So Dark Horse is notorious for going out of print. But I don't think that these hardcovers are going to go out of print anytime soon. I think if you're worried about anything going out of print, it's going to be Hellsing. So I plan to pick up Hellsing at some time in the future. Near future, I should say. I'm just waiting for a decent sale. I should probably be checking in-stock trades for that, though, since they're usually cheaper for the Dark Horse volumes. Next, we have a book I got from eBay. Let's see what we got. Packaging's not so great. Ooh, but it comes in a nice little case. That's nice. So this is Crayon Shinchan Volume 4. This is the last of the releases by One Piece. I would like to, you know, of course, complete the whole series, but it was never translated to English. It's enough to make a boy cry. But that's okay, you know, you might as well read what you can. Shinchan's a great series. I used to read it or watch it all the time on Adult Swim when I was younger. Next, we have, guess. Yeah, that's right. He's back. It's Shinchan. Cran Shinchan Volume 1. Oh, sorry, Volume 3. I was so wrong. Man, I deserve all the crucifixion you guys are going to give me. Anyways, so this is Volume 3. Volume 3 of Cran Shinchan. Shin-chan is pretty much just about this mischievous boy who gets into trouble and the lives of his parents in these wacky adventures. He goes to space. He yells at his dad for looking at porno mags. He looks at porno mags. It's great. Definitely worth a watch if you guys have never watched it. Reading wise, it's pretty much just like reading Calvin and Hobbes. And I figure you guys probably want to see some of it. See, here you go. You can see how it's kind of like a comic strip. They give you a little relationship chart at the front if you get confused, which I think is a little ridiculous, but that's okay. It's not a very confusing series, in my opinion. The art I can understand being a turnoff, but it's really kind of just to add to the ridiculousness of the comedy. But, you know, I would definitely just look past the art if you can somehow manage to do it with your mind's eye. Just ignore it. But you know how it goes. That's pretty much impossible for some people. Wow, this is twirly bird. Let's go, let's go. Okay. After 100 spins, we finally got it. Let me just clean up a few of these things here. Put this stuff away, and we have Overlord Volume 2. So this is going to complete my Overlord set. Wait, did I already open Overlord? Anyways, Overlord, it's hard for me to remember these things. Overlord is about this guy who gets stuck into a world that's very similar to his own games. And Overlord is going to really focusing on that world and how he rules it. He's seen as this big evil king, but he's a nice little fluffy sweetheart. He's a good boy, you know. He's a good boy. That's just the way it is, though. You know, people think you're a big, mean, grumpy skeleton man, but you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy. Anyways, we've got another box here from Right Stuff. You can tell I really like the Right Stuff holes. I got into quite a few sales from Right Stuff lately. I'm still waiting for them to send me a lot of stuff. And I'm not kidding when I say I've got like over $1,000 worth of products just like waiting to ship. So I don't really understand. They were doing really good from the December sale, and then I'm still missing things from the December sale. So I don't understand what happened, but things were going good, and now they're back to the pandemic days slow shipping rate. So hopefully they pick it back up soon. But, fingers crossed. Let me just see if we can the shipping label, and ooh, some good stuff in here, my boys. My boys and my girls, we got some good things in here. Let me tell you something about the NHK, okay? The NHK is this wild anime from the early 2000s where these little beings end up invading this guy's life and convince him to no longer be a NEET. And it was a pretty good comedic anime. I never really watched more than a few episodes, but I wanted to watch more than a few episodes. So why didn't I watch more than a few episodes? I have no idea. Anyways, life gets in the way. This is 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the last volume. This is a very short series published by Tokyo Pop. You can see by the little smiley face that it's meant to be a comedy. This also, fun fact, inspired the anime. There is a parental advisory as they get a little inappropriate. But that's okay. Anyways, like I said, it's pretty much just about this guy and how to become not a NEET, but he's a NEET. So he needs to become not one and get on with his life and become a good functioning member of society. So the NHK will help him do that. And you can see a little bit of a summary there for like 1 second. Excuse me, let us please show off the pages. No? Okay, bye-bye. This next series here I actually got because A, it was on sale, and B, it was recommended from a YouTube channel that I watched from a while back. She hasn't actually released too much Manga Tama. But she said that this is a pretty good read. Pretty much, I'm in this huge Vertical binge where it's by Vertical Comics. I'm all over it, which is weird because it's the same subsidiary of, it's Kodansha Comics. But Vertical, I don't know how come it's so much better than Kodansha, but their quality is, and their spines are great, and they do a really good job with the colors. So I don't know how they do it and why it's so different than Kodansha when they're the same company. Anyways, the series is about that girl right there. Ends up getting a part-time job working for her manager. She ends up getting a crush on her manager, and she tells him about it right away, which I think is kind of neat. That's kind of a twist. And they go on a few dates. See, I like you. And anyways, they know it's not a healthy relationship, and so this is how they explore her mindset of it. Oh, finally this guy comes back and shows me some pages about the NHK. These are some crisp books here. So let's open this up. You can see him living a bad life. You can see him living a comedic life here. Looks like they're running there. So yeah, the art's actually pretty good to the NHK. They have a lot of these dramatic angle shots, and then humor as well. So I can't wait to really go through it real quick. It's, like I said, only 8 volumes, so it's a quick read. Definitely one worth your time if you have any interest in a Legendary series. Yeah, at least it was Legendary back when it came out. These days, it's hard to keep up with the times. It's like Attack on Titan or nothing. Which, Attack on Titan is pretty good if you're not reading that. Next, I picked up Komi Can't Communicate. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This was recommended by Prof Otaku. He can't say enough good things about this series, and neither can Manga Tama. So go figure how that works out. Anyways, when enough people tell you to go get a series, you go get it when it's on sale. That's just the way the world works. So this is a 4-koma, apparently. I'm still waiting for the first half to come in, so I haven't read this quite yet. But seems interesting. It was a pretty popular series about this girl who's too anxiety ridden to speak to people and commune her feelings, so she uses this notebook. But I don't think she's deaf or mute in a silent voice. I think that's just her choice. That kind of rhymes. Deadly Sins Volume 40 and 41. This wraps up the 7 Deadly Sins. I just need to get the 2 side stories featuring Bon Clay and his girlfriend, King's sister. I can't remember her name because I haven't read the series yet, I guess. But I watched it. It was pretty good. I hope they bring over the sequel series, though, that's starting to release in Japan. That'll be nice if they do. If they don't, I'll probably cry. Blood on the Tracks by Shuzo Shimi, Volumes 1 and 2. This is about an overbearing mother and her son. The son does some bad boy things, apparently. And I just briefly want to scan through those pages to show you that the art's really good. You can probably tell that from the cover, so I don't know why I bother. Anyways, it's a pretty twisted manga. Definitely not for the faint of heart. Read at your own risk. Next here we have Muji Rushi by Naoki Urasawa. This is an Urasawa haul, almost on 2 Urasawas. Price of 1, not so bad. Anyways, this has a very good cover, a very good color scheme to me. It's gold and black. I kind of like those colors quite a bit. And you can see the art is classic Urasawa. Wait a minute, who's that guy? Excuse me, is that a Yami? Are you a Yami from Mr. Osomatsu-san? What? Wait a minute. Wait. This cannot be real. This is not real life. This is Yami. Am I going crazy? He's even got the pink clothes. What? Is he gonna go shit? Huh? What? If he goes shit during this, he's in France? What? He's living his dream. This is amazing. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Naoki Urasawa x Osomatsu-san. Oh my god. If you guys haven't watched Osomatsu-san before reading this, definitely watch Osomatsu-san. You're going to miss the whole point of this manga without knowing this character. There's no way. I can't even believe this. This is amazing. Wow, this is a big boy. Grand Blue Fantasy Volume 7. This is huge. This is a huge volume. This is by the creators who made Final Fantasy 6, 9, and I can't remember. But this art is awesome by Mind Sublime by Yami, by the way. Anyways, I can't really wait to get into Grand Blue Fantasy. It's in my TBR. It looks awesome from the art and the story alone. Inside Mari Volume 6 by Shuzo Oshimi. This is actually a Shuzo Oshimi haul. The art's very good. It's a gender bender, actually. So this guy ends up waking up inside Mari. Ooh, what a twist. That's where the title come from. That's about as much as I know about it, though. This is Happiness. This is a Shuzo Oshimi manga again about vampires. This, I believe, is the final volume. Yep, final volume. There it says. So I won't show those pages off because Shuzo Oshimi volumes tend to be very spoilery. Anyways, I hope everyone has a fun day. Thanks for watching, and be prepped for the next one because this haul keep on hauling. All right, see you then. Bye.